let's build this Fun Buggy. Makes a great gift for a newborn or a small child.
There, that's better.
I don't have the attention span to follow plans usually, so I figure the best way for me to get started is to just start sketching a design. It doesn't have to look like an actual car or a 32 Ford or a 37 Chevy, so just have fun with it. This car will be for a toddler, so I want it to have a funny face and be sort of cute. You see the wooden pieces and wheels laying there, and I use those not only to help me make the design I want, but also for scale. If it looks okay, I just go with it. This car will have a driver, as he needs to fit inside and under the roof, but he is not going to be removable. I have 2 pieces of 1/2-inch poplar for the fenders, put together with some double stick tape. That way I can cut them together and then separate them and shape them separately, one for each side of the car. Once you're satisfied with what your car will look like, it's time to start cutting. Just go for it. The roof of the car is getting fairly small and fairly fragile. I don't want to take the chance of the blade catching one of those little pieces and flipping it out of my hand. I know where I want my fingers to be. So I've clamped the roof into these blocks, made sure it's flat to the table, and it allows me to cut a little bit more safely. I cut the roof off the car because it makes it easier to cut the windows out, but I want to tape it back on so I can cut the outline of the car with the roof on it. But I want the roof to remain separate so I can paint it separately. Time to cut the fenders out. Remember, there are 2 of them here, and when you separate them, they're going to look exactly the same. If you shape them, just remember, shape one for the left and one for the right. Time to do the final sanding on this car. Make sure you get inside the wheel wells, for one, because it helps the paint to stick better, but also because you don't want the wheels to rub. A smooth surface makes it a little bit neater. Then you'll want to round over the edges or shape the fenders however you please. I like this little Harbor Freight strip sander because it works really well for those small parts. You'll still have to do some hand sanding, but that's just the way it goes. You want to make sure there are no sharp edges that the little kids can hurt their fingers on, and just make it look a little better. Again, I keep these separate so I can paint them separate. When everything's done and finished sanded, it's time to do some paint work and get the thing put together. I tried kids' paints first, but they soaked into the wood too much and I didn't like them. So I ended up with some acrylics that came from Walmart, the little $1 bottles. And then I finished with water-based poly. That should be fine for most kids. If you're worried that your kid's going to eat this thing, or if you have a small beaver, probably you don't want to do that. Even leave it natural if you want. Your choice. That's all. Bye-bye.